Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1637. I'm your host, Arwin. And before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That would be much appreciated. And always use the support, so please keep it coming. Right. So yeah, starting a little late because it was hot in here. Because yeah, it's more clear skied today. And now there's a bit of wind, but it was like 20 minutes of almost like wind still, and it got really hot in here. But now got the door open and there's some wind blowing through, so it's doable. Right, it's very hot. Clouds are not blocking a lot of sun. Plants are doing fine, although I'm really starting to notice that the oregano in the big white pot, the older one, is seeming to have like just a tough time compared to the other one, which is doing great. And yeah, something to take into consideration. I think that next time I'm not going to use those pots anymore for oregano, even though it's nice and heavy. I should figure out a system to basically put it into a typical pot, one of the plastic ones with a hole in it, and then like put it in there so that I can remove it. That's what I'm gonna try next time. Right, but I don't know if it's gonna like survive how long or whatever. It might also be because of the extensive blooming, which seems to be coming kind of to an end. Lots of bees, by the way, keep going on to that thing. So, right. Hello, LSG, first in chat, good to see you. It is Tuesday, the 20th of June, 2023. Temperature 29 degrees Celsius, yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, according to the prediction here, it's gonna be a lightning storm and rain. And 30 degrees? What? Huh. That seems just pretty hot everywhere. More land inwards, even hotter, 28.4. Around here it's like 27 something. But yeah, a nice rain and lightning storm would be great. Been wanting one of those for a while now. Hey Clutch, good to see you. Rain and lightning over there? Oh, you lucky. Well, it's predicted to be over here, but I mean, I can't really see it. So maybe later in the day it will. It's about time. I mean, we had a couple of droplets of rain and that's it. That's not gonna basically stop a drought from forming. So an actual good storm would be great. Anyway. Right. Anyway, how are you guys doing? A lot of things like on my mind. I've been like watching Dr. Shiva again, because he has a YouTube stream or a YouTube channel, and he does streams with that. And he's been developing like, it's kind of dizzying actually trying to follow what he's been doing. He has had so many developments, like pretty radical developments that are like high tech, that are just like kind of seem to be going under the radar, except for what he's just sharing about it. He's developed this like super smart medicine combination formula based on like a epigenetic mapping model, like a it's, dude, I can barely even find the words to describe what that is, but like he knows how he's found this like simulation system, like cellular simulation in a computer. So it's purely digital, but it's based on like a giant map of cell functions, and he can just like take certain conditions, like program that into the cell, into the virtual cell as it were, and then just start digitally applying certain compounds and then see what it does. And it's like bizarre combinations apparently yield extraordinary results, and that just turns out to be true. One of the things I heard from his stream yesterday is that apparently that system yielded that if you combine parsley, like the unique component of parsley, with orange peel, that it gives this extraordinary dopamine restocking effect or something. Like, what the fuck? And I'm kind of curious to try that out at some point. I mean, yeah, orange peel, well, just get an orange. Parsley, well, I got a parsley. I'm kind of curious. And so, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like, well, what it's basically going to yield is like, it's like this digital herb lady witch, what he created, that can just like, oh, just take this herb, they take that herb, right? Like an old-fashioned witch doctor that would just like, oh, I got the sickness, my lady, and it's just like, oh, just take this and this, and then it just works. Well, it seems like he's made like this program that effectively does the same thing. It's pretty remarkable. And it's like just starting. And I'm wondering now also, for example, like, did Alex Jones's supplement producers also like use that charter, that system? Because it was all about combining, like ideal combining of supplements, of substances within them, that's like made these Alex Jones store supplements so good. So I'm wondering, have they already actually been using that and just not really being open about it too much? How does one find this program? Just watch one of his videos. He says it. Watch the video I watched yesterday where he talks about that. But the thing, what was it called again? Damn it! I have to look through history. Where is it? Nah. Where is it? Okay, that's just weird. I'm gonna have to switch the account again. I don't like that aspect of this. In that sense, I can't wait to get back to my old account again in a week from now. Won't have this issue anymore. Okay, where is it? Let's see if it's in here. What does he call it again? It's not directly in the text. Let's see. Right, but anyway, like one of the places he's kind of like telling you to go if you're interested is like truthfreedomhealth.com. That's like his like a gathering point, I guess. Could you link the video? Yeah, sure, I'll just link that latest video that I watched yesterday. I watched the whole thing, 1.5 hours, but I mean, it's kind of dizzying, the amount of information he has to share. And it's like every freaking video he's in. Every freaking video. The guy's so busy, it's like it genuinely makes me feel like a stumped retard. But hey, I'm glad he's there. But he had this system. What is it called? Maybe I can scroll and see if it gets on screen somewhere. Come on. Oh yeah, no. Solve. That's what it's called. That's his system. That's the thing it's basically the digital witch that knows how to combine things on the cellular. It's incredible. He explains it in that video, but that was the name of it. Solve. Hello, Lennox. Good to see you. The toe doesn't. Yeah, he has some things to say about the toe, elaborately, which I totally agree with. He has a lot of things to say about a lot of people that are like, it's interesting, but what he calls them is the not so obvious establishment. I used to call it sub-mainstream. Sub-mainstream. It's the alternative media that's like so ingrained and standardized, it's the sub-mainstream. It's like a counter-mainstream, but it's a standard, so it's like sub-mainstream. Digital witch could be. Yeah, whatever. Clutch. Witch is not even a good name for it. I mean, it's just herb lady. Medicine woman would be a much better description in this case. Herbalist. Yeah. Work rained off? What does that mean? You mean it's raining so hard that work was cancelled? Okay, Len Lennox. Well, good to have you here at least. Joe's been part of longer than the GRE day. What? GRAE? What are you talking about? A fair weather gardener. Alright, you do that. Come on, Richard G. What did you mean? Did you just mistype? What the hell is GRE supposed to mean? Come on, man. Oh, that. Yeah. Right, but anyway, well, Joe was like an elite guy. He always kind of was that. So, yeah. I mean, Shiva elaborately describes it. And he says that Joe was pretty much part of them from the start, and I kind of fully agree. I never liked Joe. I did not like him, like in the fighting scene. What was it? All those programs he was on, and I never liked him. I always thought he was just fucking gross. And I did not like the way he would always like sadistically smile in inappropriate moments. I just don't like him. I never trusted him, and I think he's full of demons that have taken in permanent residence. Joe's been in comedy. Well, he isn't funny. I don't think he really even is that funny. I mean, I'm gonna get really harsh here, and it's like, ooh, this guy on the internet, who cares, right? And nobody does care. But I mean, Joe is the kind of guy I would laugh at his jokes almost out of sympathy. Because it's like, yeah, he wants to be funny, but he isn't funny. So I'd almost like laugh, like, haha, yeah. It's just not funny. He's not funny. He's lame. He made a couple of interesting kind of jokes much further back. Sort of. Like it seemed like he would break out, but he doesn't even really do that anymore. There's nothing left. Like his incidental entertainment value is kind of worn off for a while. He's just gross now. And I mean, dude, that's the weird thing with Joe Rogan, and he's all, oh, Joe Rogan podcast. But he was already like, oh, Joe Rogan is the badass. Oh, it's so cool. Like in the 2000s and all that, around that. And I'm like, why is everybody into that gross guy? Is it because it seems like he's like getting somewhere super rich or something, and he's like attracting all these stars? It's like, I just always thought he was gross. That's also why I appreciate it so much when Owen Benjamin basically declared toe. So because it's like, finally somebody's gonna like talk shit about that guy, because I can't stand him. Call a spade, he's a midget. Well, him being a midget is not the thing that makes him so fucking gross. Him being gross is what makes him so fucking gross. You know, small guys don't have to be disgusting and bitches. They can be pretty damn cool. They can be Mighty Mouses. They don't all have to be grabblers. But the toe definitely does seem like he's the grabbler type midget. Talking about grabbler type midgets, man, and InfoWars yesterday was like having this crazy grabbler midget that's like a vaccine salesman or something online, like had it all over and that was just like stereotype, man. I mean, what the fuck is wrong? Like, that was real? That guy actually had a television show? Or like a news show? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I have never seen anybody more stereotypically grabbler, like, I'm a friendly doctor. Like, what the fuck? Dude. And it's not even exaggerated. Like, he is so fucking creepy. Right, but later, also, Alex Jones had Owen Benjamin on, really unexpectedly. Like, but I saw it live. It was kind of funny because later Owen Benjamin had his own live stream and then he talked about it and I was like, yeah, Alex Jones, I saw it. Everybody was like, what? So it's not like he even had an announcement for that. Nobody knew that he went there. I knew because I watched the Alex Jones show when it's bearable and not mortifyingly boring. Because it's all about stupid political puppets that are completely useless. Which it is sometimes. But yeah, he had them on and that was remarkably good. Because before, Alex was just like, like Owen rubbed him the wrong way. And it seemed like he's really recovered from that. Like, he stopped that. And now I'm wondering, like, he even like let him criticize RFK really as brutal as Owen Benjamin does. And justifiably so, I would like to add. But he let him all do that, and he was like really how do you call that? Yielding, which was good, because Alex should yield like that. But I'm also wondering, and I've not even like heard Owen say anything about it. Like, what's gonna happen now with between Alex and Joe? Yeah, because hey, if you follow Alex Jones, you know that Alex is always like, oh, my friend Joe Rogan, and oh, I went with him and it's so awesome, and he's really, well, Joe Rogan fucking hates Owen Benjamin, and he tells everybody out there to like not talk about him. And now Alex has done this interview like that and was really positive and really yielding. And I wonder if that's going to have some kind of influence, or did Alex make a strategic choice like, hey, you know what? Shiva, Owen Benjamin, they're kind of allies. They're on that side. They're in opposition both to the Joe Rogan and that surrounding shit. And maybe he's like making an alliance choice here. It almost felt like it, because I could feel like a lot of like nervousness on Alex's side. That he was like nervous about a choice he made, which it is empathy, guys. I just feel that. I felt it from it. So I'm really curious what's gonna happen now. Is this gonna be the end between Alex and Joe? Or is Alex now gonna go to Joe and completely cuck the shit out of himself by talking shit about Owen Benjamin on Joe Rogan? Like, what is he gonna do with this? What is Alex gonna do with this? Is he just gonna pretend like all of that never happened? Which wouldn't be the first time. He gets guests on, gives them all the praise, tells them everything about what he's known about it, and then he just never brings it up again. That's happened plenty of times. But yeah, that impromptu visit of Owen Benjamin and Alex Jones was really interesting. No, Flat Earth was not brought up. I think it went as far as moon landing is fake. And that's like the furthest it went, and Alex didn't even stutter or anything or object. And the rest was all about, well, building, right? And it was pretty great too, because Alex at first was like getting all tilty and really like trying to throw in maximum fear porn, like they're gonna come for each other, like that sort of thing. And he does that. It's not even what do you call that? It wasn't even like purposely malignant. It's just something he does. It's just like, oh, see how terrible it can be, and like inserting that like all out of nowhere. But Owen like completely made him stop doing that without telling him to stop doing that. It was pretty brilliant. So if you can find that video on like band.video, or just watch the stream on band.video from the Alex Jones show, it's like the last hour of that 4-hour show. Maybe there's a separate video clip out there of it. That would also be cool. Although I think that I should check. I think that Owen actually told Coddington to download it and like put it on unauthorized. Or something. Let's see. It would be in interviews. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Yeah, it is on there. It's at unauthorized.tv on the Big Bear bonus streams. We are already deep into the collapse. Yeah, you'll have to be... It's not... I haven't seen it on BitChute. So it's not just public. Wait, let me check one more time. Maybe it was. Already deep into the collapse. No. No. All right, but it's out there. It was good, and it was so unexpected. Right. So yeah, stuff has been happening yesterday. Flat Earth debate was also pretty good. Nice, you found. No, I don't think you did, Richard G. That's just his live show from yesterday, talking about it. It's not the actual interview itself. I didn't see the interview itself on BitChute. Only his live show yesterday where he talked about it. Yeah. Hey, by the way, Kai from Gore, Fima? What the fuck? That's supposed to be. Same height as Arwin? No. I'm 5'7". I am the perfect average height. Bill Nye, the science denier, good to see you. Alex, yours. Nobody cares, dude. Who gives a shit? Dude, I don't care. Alex Jones could be Princess Diana's secret twin sister for all I care. I don't care who he's supposed to have been. He is who he is now. That's what he does. I don't care who he was. I don't care if he wasn't actually born Alex Jones. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It doesn't amount to anything. It's not important for anything. But you might use it as a crutch to just disregard everything about it, if you choose to. JR is 5'7". No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Dude. That's just incorrect. He's definitely smaller than that. Joe is like around 5 foot or something. Look it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, look it up on a public record. It's not like they can like force a number there or anything. Yeah. In high heels, that's right. So, FEMA, misinformation, asswipe. Yeah? He's not 5'7", okay? No, he isn't. Now get the fuck out. He's 3.3 inches tall. Deal with it. And yeah, if you want to meet him, be careful you don't accidentally step on him. Right? Five, my best guess. I don't know. But I know he's definitely not 5'7" because Owens declared 5'7" to be the average, and that's not where Rogan is. Chinaman Slim. That's right. My arms don't look broken. What? Who are you talking to, Kai from Gore? What the fuck are you... Where is this coming from? What the hell kind of story is that, Kai from Gore? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hey, I know you're a troll. And I'm not gonna let you in because you have a funny little disguise that you think might make me indulge your presence here. Yeah? Get the fuck out. And stay out. I don't want you here. I want people here, not trolls. Yeah? People with an identity, like a stable identity, not somebody's continually like has to play dress up because they just can't handle who they really are. Yeah? People, actual people with an identity. So yeah, Kai from what the fuck is this? Why are you saying something like that? It makes you sound like a bot. Yep. Seems the trolls are out early this morning. Maybe I stepped on their toe a little. Maybe they want to see the midget faggot toe as like a real manly man because they look up to him because they're even tinier and more weaselly. And they're like, how dare you insult a real man who's a real man from your perspective because you're even more pathetic. I get it. Yeah. I do step on some toes. I do. I got big feet. It's what the trolls say about me. Dude, I'd love to see him try, man. But I mean, those guys they don't even have the ability to manifest anything they fantasize ever. Their fantasy world is completely compartmentalized from reality, probably since they were teenagers. So they just blah blah blah, never ever do anything. Yeah, those people usually can't even look you in the eye when they tell you something. Did you know that? People like that? They can't even look you in the eye when they talk to you. They're that fucking pathetic. Yeah? They'll just go like... because they're so scared. They can't even just look you in the eye when they try to be a smartass and insult you. They can't even do it. They're so fucking pathetic. Yeah, those are the people that talk like shit like that on the internet. Right? So why don't you try it out, trolls? Huh? Huh? I'm sure it's gonna work out, right? You can just be a troll bitch all day long, and if you came over to me, what are you gonna do then? Yeah, then you're gonna feel the bitch you are, because you're probably gonna stare at your feet while you try to contemplate if you're gonna dare to actually tell me to my face what you think about me. And that's why nobody ever shows up here, because all those trolls are really pathetic, sniveling maggots. Every time. Those people are never people that actually dare to do something. Because people that have actual gusto, not just the energy drink, and do stuff, they never talk like that. You know why? Because when you talk like that, it takes away your power. It's the punishment of that sort of bravada. It depletes you. And people that actually do things know that. That's why they never do it. And that's how you know that the people that do that sort of shit in chats anonymously as trolls are all pathetic, sniffling, weaselly little maggots. No exception. It's never a giant dude that's muscle bound. It's never those. Because those people don't do that. Because they know it's pathetic and to the detriment of their own being to do that. You see? Yeah, okay, guy from Gore. It's enough now. Enough with the bullshit. Yeah, Greta Thunberg doesn't even drive. She can barely drive a tricycle. I don't know, by the way, but this is just like... I mean, she's been coddled all over the place. I mean, she always is accompanied by a group of people. So she probably has a chauffeur. I don't think she actually learned to ride a bike. I think she's just driven everywhere or flown, more ironically. Or sailed by a team. Like, she's always accompanied by people, always driven. I don't think that Greta Thunberg can actually drive a car. Or potentially even a bike. I think that like a little kid's tricycle is probably as far she ever went. And then she fell over one time and cried so hard and threatened to sue her parents if they made her drive it again. I think that's kind of like a more realistic approach. Maggots can't do shit. Yeah, no, all maggots can do is just eat the dead flesh. Right? That's all they ever do. Eat the dead flesh. And then fuck off. Right? So, hey, you don't want maggots? Well, don't have dead flesh. Hello, Laser Lie. What kind of a question is that, Borders boy? What, next you're gonna ask me, what do you think about the suicide bomber who blew himself up in Iraq? Like, what the fuck, man? What am I supposed to think about that? What, you want some kind of martyr recognition or something? Separate the mental from... Well, it's not that stunning, to be fair. I mean, it's just a decision. He decided to be a martyr for this. And yeah, they can do that. You can turn everything off. You can basically freeze yourself even as, like, your entire system is just getting torn apart. It's just horrible, but I mean... Oh, respect, so much respect. Oh, he was standing to... Oh, you have some martyr need? You want to see some more great people letting themselves get tortured and murdered? Oh, wow, so awesome. So cool, man. Oh, they're so cool as they're being tortured and dying. Oh, wow. What a great person. How about somebody that's doing great things and staying alive? Maybe that's worth some respect and, like, admiration instead. Yeah, I don't admire people that die. I admire people that live. Interesting he was. Why are you so interested in somebody being able to let themselves die without a flinch? Why the fuck would you be interested in that? What the hell would knowledge about such ability yield productive wise ever? Other than just shock and stun. What the fuck is it ever supposed to accomplish that is positive? I think it's a morbid fascination, Borders boy. You doubt you could do it. Why didn't you try? You doubt you could do that? How the fuck do you know? Why didn't you try it out? Yeah, have you ever just decided with your will, like, I am going to die now? No? Well, then you literally don't know anything about it. It has much more to do with the will and the decision than the ability. Because he's not going to be like, well, yeah, I might be burning, but I might change my mind, you know? Well, oh, maybe I don't want to do this. Like, no. Once you know there's no turning back, you don't have, like, instincts to do anything about it. Because there is no turning back. Once your instincts know, like, no, you are going to die no matter what, they kind of stop. There's nothing remarkable about it. There's nothing remarkable about how you can die, okay? It's just death. You make it sound like a weakness. Yeah, it is. It is a fucking weakness to just fucking kill yourself for whatever damn reason. Whether it's war or a political statement, who gives a fuck? You're not supposed to do that. It's forbidden by God. So who gives a fuck? It is interesting. Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's very interesting to see people being tortured too and how they respond. Oh, it's so fascinating to see what their mind is doing as they're getting tortured. Oh, so fascinating. Maybe you should just recognize this is kind of morbid and let it go. And don't allow yourself to just have that fascination with morbid things. It's like, oh, I'm so fascinated with girls that like to be, like, physically abused. It's so fascinating. Why don't they do that? Yeah, it's fucking morbid. Yeah? It's just morbid. Maybe you shouldn't indulge yourself about that. Ever considered that? Burning. Okay, Tarrant. Right, yeah, that's the other side. I mean, yeah, it's a deterrent potentially, but I mean, it is fucked up still. My point is that, like, oh, burning themselves. Why didn't they just get flamethrowers and fucking burned the actual causes of the situation? Why don't those fucking little snivvy wannabe holy Buddhists not like collect flamethrowers and just go to the real elite's house and then just torch them out of nowhere? Why don't they actually fucking do something useful in their goddamned lives? Yeah? How about that? Instead of burning themselves, it just emphasizes even more how fucking useless they are. I'm sympathizing with the communist Chinese and rounding them up because they're so fucking useless. They're useless. They never do anything useful. They never make a stand for anything that's actually important. Lukewarm comes to mind. Yeah. And I respect like the thought heritage and some of the ideas that Buddhists have come up with. But I mean, as an actual acting group among other groups in the world, they're fucking useless. They're just in the way. They're useless eaters. They're the definition of a useless eater religion. They don't do anything. They don't make a stand against evil. Their stand against evil is fucking demonstrative suicide. What the fuck is your problem, man? What the hell is your problem? Your solution to a crisis is suicide. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's insane. I'll never be part of that. Ever. No, I think that Buddhism should reform itself and turn itself into a proper function, like warrior monks. Yeah? Why don't you actually use that power of your wisdom to change things for the better? Oh, that's against everything in the philosophy. Well, then your philosophy is fucked. Yeah, go along to get along as the world just drags down further into hell. Yeah, the designation is hell. If you think that being neutral in the face of everything is gonna lead to a better world, well, you're gonna find over the generation more and more the world around you will be more hell. Not up and downs, just more hell. That's the result. Your neutral stance will create more hell. It will not balance itself out. Shaolin monks believe in self. Yeah, well, that's the least they can do. Self-defense is only the start. It's the start of not being a useless, pathetic, crushable bunch of sheep. That's a start, self-defense. All right. Yes, I know, Borders Boy. I know. Yeah, but that's also because Nepal. Yeah, it was like those Buddhists are like nationalist Buddhists. It's different. They're not like a isolated small little clan in between a wider society like in China, or like it used to be. So it was just like, yeah, they had to fight. But I mean, yeah, it's done though. They were defeated. Dalai Lama left. Defending others, cool. Okay. Well, yeah, Shaolin monks are. Well, I don't know too much about them, but I've always been very interested in them. But I mean, a Shaolin monk is not just like a Buddhist, a typical average Buddhist. I mean, you're not gonna find Shaolin monks here in the Netherlands, but there's Buddhists walking around, Buddhist monasteries or whatever they're called. And those people are freaking dumb. They are. Alright, well, cool. Flatter said, look, I'm not like trying to shame everybody that thinks like, in all the types of spirituality, I like Buddhism more than the others. And then you call yourself a Buddhist. I'm not saying you're a useless piece of shit wussy that would rather commit suicide than actually do anything about something, right? It's just that those people that are always Buddhists and bald heads and they go in groups, and like, what the fuck? Like, the Buddhists that are like always the Buddhists. Those people are fucking useless. if you just happen to be Buddhist in your spiritual traditions, in your personal traditions, that's something different. Although you're still risking being useless if you get really fanatical like that. Tibetan Buddhists are pansies, that's okay. Yeah, the Krishnas. Yeah, but that's the Krishnas are not exactly like Buddhists. They're just something weird. I mean, to me, the Hare Krishnas, and I don't mean to insult anybody, but they're like the Jehovahs of Hinduism. They're weird. They're like a bit out there in ways. But they can be surprisingly aggressive also, if you insult things that they keep sacred. There's that. So they're not really Buddhist-like. All right. So anyway, like the Hare Krishnas. Why wouldn't? Yeah, I mean, I'm neutral towards Hare Krishnas, but they're because I know it's like, yeah, they can be kind of unexpected and unpredictable in certain ways. What are some of their beliefs? Well, it's really weird. From very superficially, because I've never like really elaborately cataloged conversations or whatever with them, but through other people, I've never even had a conversation with them, with the Hare Krishna. But they're kind of like Hindu Christians in a weird way. Krishna is, well, it's already in the word. It's actually Christ. It's the Hindu Christ symbol that's really punishing. It is the Christ that goes into the temple and flips the table and whips people. That thing is what they're basically chanting to make it return. Ching, 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 oh, Krishna, Krishna. They're basically trying to summon Christ. And they believe he's very vengeful. It's fascinating like that. It's like, purify the world, Krishna, Krishna. And it's like, I can't really blame them. Right? So, in that sense, they really are sort of like Jehovah's, but more proactive. They're not like a cult that just gathers people and then locks their mind into the cult. They're more like going around and just public chanting to like summon Krishna back. So like, Christ, when are you finally coming back? When are you finally gonna destroy the impurities of this world? That's pretty much what they do. Like to summon a Saki. You're disgusting, Aries 106. You should stop watching porn. Only somebody that watches porn could actually utter something like that. Anyway, hello Skeptic936, good to see you. Sikhs? JPJ? Yeah, Sikhs are also very interesting. Sikhism is it's like, it's another weird hybrid thing. It's very fascinating in ways. It reminds me a little bit about about some factors of Islam religion, but it isn't like that at all. They're actually like not friends with Muslims, as far as I've understood. And they don't like it when people call them Muslim at all. But Sikhs are very interesting, and they have this religious Second Amendment right. It's literal. Sikhs have like a Krishna knife or something, like a special type of knife. And like they must have it under any circumstances. If they're not allowed to have that, they don't go. Ever. So they have like a religious Second Amendment. Very fascinating. It's like, you shall not touch this knife. And if you try, you will die. Yeah, and they're really loyal community with each other. They're very noble spirited. Like they really look down on people that sin or secretly sin or anything. They just don't. And I like that. Good neighbors. Yeah, dude, I wish I had some Sikhs in this neighborhood. I mean, that would be awesome. If I saw a Sikh, and they looked like they're in an open-minded mood and not grouchy, because they can be, I'd walk up to them and like have a conversation. Krishna's human, yeah, logical conclusion, but that's most Hindu-based religious groups. They all believe in reincarnation, and hey, so did Jesus Christ. It's in the Book of Thomas. It's not part of it. Yeah, but he said it though. Yeah, Jesus believed in reincarnation and a eternal hell afterlife. Not. You figure it out. Or maybe just trust the hermeneutics. Yes. Just trust what the priests later thought about it. I mean, that should be much more reliable than what the actual person the entire religion is based on actually said, right? Because it's not in the canon. Yeah, hello Oz, by the way. And the chat's nice and full. Don't forget to Rogans it up, guys. Come on. It's set to 0 votes. Why the fuck is that? Why is the stream set to 0 votes? Somebody explain this to me. Come on, guys. Show me Sir Rogans. This is a direct request to everybody in chat right now. Rogans it up. It's set to 0. This is ridiculous. One. Yeah, I see 1. So, is anybody going to do it? Please, in the chat, say when you're doing it. Number 2. Hey, Steamy Traveler, good to see you. You hit it. 3. Why don't you guys do this like at the start of the show? Well, Kanye West, thanks for the Rogans up. You liked when it checked in? Okay, well, it was set to 0. Yeah, C5, me too. But I mean, my votes are getting rigged. I think that actually recently I've kind of created a real upturn since my attitude positivity fountain. Like, I've got so much more, and I've been actively put the brakes on my YouTube. Where I've seen like 16 upvotes, and then after the stream stopped, suddenly it's down to like 3. Or 1 even. That's happened. I've seen that a couple of times in last week. Yes, look, it's back to 4. Can you see it? I don't know what that even means, Skeptic. Just don't try not to use shorts. Please. Right. It says, oh yeah, it says 5 again. Hey Lennox, see you again. But yeah. 6? No, it doesn't say that. But anyway, yeah, it's not super exciting. It says 4 again. See? It's just like, no, you don't upvote Erwin. He's a stupid poo-poo head. Doesn't get any Rogans. Shouldn't have made fun of Rogan. Now you don't get any Rogans. Oh, no, it's back to 6. You have to keep fighting it. Can you see it unclicking it as you're watching it? Can you see it literally go away? It's back to 5. Can you see it? Who's clicking it here and can literally see it being unclicked right in front of your nose? Break out my... Nah, you don't need to do that, Skeptic. I appreciate it though, but I'm just more curious as to people that are literally trying to upvote who then see the upvote go away, because I keep seeing it go to 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. I keep seeing this. So either there's some troll that's just fucking around and continually doing that on purpose, which could be, because they have no fucking life. But I'd rather just have a standard amount of votes, which would be more than 4. Because there's like 8 people in this chat that are regular followers. Why doesn't it have a default plus 8? And then going up and down because of trolls. Right? So I really want you guys to pay a little bit more attention to this stuff. Actually click it. Make sure you click it. And I mean every time. Make a habit of it. Get in here, click. Just do it. So who the hell's doing fireworks in the middle of the day? Okay. Probably somebody's graduation party or something. Weird. Why the hell would you do that in the middle of the day? No, there's never a gunfight, Skeptic. I've never heard a gunfight even once in the physical real world. Never. It's always fireworks. Always. If you're hearing bang, 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 it's always fireworks. If there's actual gunfire, you'll hear it come out of my mouth. I don't want to hear it come out of anybody's mouth in the chat because that never happens. And if it will happen, you'll hear it out of my mouth. Because it never, ever happens here. Not once. Dude, like nobody even has guns. The police don't even have guns here. Nobody does. Literally nobody. I mean, some crazy person might have like a secret old rusty gun somewhere under their mattress, and that's about it. And they never even take it out. Like, that's about it. It's an expression. Okay. Not very favorable about that expression, but sure. I guess it's an American thing. Krishna does. Okay. Ooh, AR-15. Ooh, naughty. Oh no! Automatic weapon. No, of course. Right, anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. Okay. Naughty is my... Yes, I know that, Skeptic. But I mean... I'm saying it's like naughty from a liberal perspective. Like, how dare you? AR-15 is an assault weapon! Oh, dare you! What the hell? Okay, hello, Professor Philbell. I do not understand that. Whatever that is. Ever killed anyone? Yeah, I know. But that's also part of the point of it, right? That's the whole funny thing, is like if everybody in the United States had like a AR-15 and ammunition and training, then literally nobody would you wouldn't even know about anybody that actually killed somebody with it. Because nothing will ever happen because everybody is armed. That's the cool thing about it. If everybody actually has it, then nobody uses it other than training. The same goes for the Swiss. Like, there's no gun crime there. Like, barely. It's very rare. Everybody has training with guns, and everybody has weapons. It's like mandated in Switzerland. It works. It's actually weenie, gun-frightened liberals that create more gun crime. Statistically. Historically. Provably. Got weenies, get rid of the guns, you gotta get away. Guess what's gonna happen? Immediately gun crime increases. Immediately. It's statistically, like, inevitable. And like, political philosophers, they know that. They're eugenics scumbags. They play on your fears to create the fears to destabilize you, to enslave you, to kill you all. They know. They know. It says the god of... Yeah, sure it says that. So, well, what could be more protective and compassionate and loving than to destroy all evil utterly? Yeah, Krishna is not a god of cucking. He's not just a shield that lets evil fester. He's not a Buddhist god. The only guns they want are from the legal gun owners. That's right, Richard G. Look, that's exactly what they want. What they really want, Democrats, is armed gangs that will be very easy to use mercenaries who will literally intimidate, torture, or kill anybody that's part of the sheep to parasite on. That's what they really want. They want peons and thugs to wrangle the peons for more money and such and obedience. That's what they want. That's why they do it. It's all neo-feudalism, by the way, and it's been building for like a century. They've been developing this form of neo-feudalism for a while. Items in the, of course, yeah, skeptic. No, but I mean, even I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd only have a problem with seeing somebody with a sidearm when they don't have the right look in their eye, and they feel like they're looking for trouble. That's when I get nervous. But I mean, if it's just a guy that's just like protected, and they have a reasonable energy to them, yeah, that makes me just feel safer. Yeah, I know that, Professor Phil. Right. Okay, so the show is almost drawing to an end. I have to figure out a name for this thing. I'll just do what I say. Okay. What am I gonna call this one? Okay. Let's start with Buddhist passivism is useless. What else should I add on top of that? Any suggestions from the chat? maybe add the Krishnas. Did mention that. Would it be fair to call Krishnas the Hindu Christians, or would Krishnas take a serious offense against that? Tara, do you know? Tarot! Don't leave me hanging, bro. Tarot! Hello? Why should... Okay. That doesn't address what I just asked. I asked you a very specific question. You think they care? They don't care? Or they're already insulted when you call them Hare Krishna? Are they easily insulted? Just give me something, man! Yes, no would be a great start. Okay, I'm just gonna not do anything then, because I would care. I don't think they... Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do it like this. The Shiva revolution, Buddhist passivism is useless, and is Krishna Christ? It's inevitable to trigger at least somebody. But I got a title. So, what do you think? Is this a good title? Tarot? It's all very, it's very India region themed. And even Shiva comes from India, and he is Indian. And Shiva is literally a Hindu god name. And technically Buddhism is also from India and kind of spread eastward and all that. So yeah, I guess that today is a very India central themed show. Is Krishna Christ is bait? Yeah, of course it's bait. But there might be something to it. Hey, underground tunnels. You should get someone looking in on the stream? What does that mean? On what stream? It will attract some people. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, my title is like, it's the only real advertisement I have for my shows, because YouTube's certainly not gonna help me out. So it's up to somebody to actually, like, by happenstance bump into me, or maybe through a troll or whatever, some stupid troll video which I'll get, like, fronted to the first search page and all that shit, and then stumble upon me and basically look through the titles of my videos and the first click, and if they're not, like, immediately interested by one of the titles, they're probably never gonna actually watch my videos. So yeah, the titles of my videos are very important. That's why I make it a part of my show. In like the last 15 minutes or so, I make it an open official part of my show pretty much to discuss the title. What title is this show gonna have? And I like to discuss it with you guys while it's still live. And I like it. I like how it's working. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes the show is like so all over the place, there's just no way to unify it into a halfway cohesive title. And then I just don't do it. I just leave it. But today certainly had a higher success, because the themes of today's discussions were rather in one corner. So that worked out. I think you missed 6. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't really have a statement about the 6, right? It's just that, like, yeah, I kind of like them, but I mean that I couldn't put, I literally don't have room in the title left for that. And if I put it in there, like, what would I even say about it? It would be kind of superfluous. So yeah, 6 were mentioned, but it's not really been discussed like that. Right, yeah, I'm gonna round out the show. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. I thought it was interesting. Hope you did so as well. If you did like the show, then please don't forget to Rogans it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That'd be much appreciated, and I could still really use it, so any support would be great. Please. Right. Anyhow, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1638 on a Wednesday, and I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over Nathan Oakley 9080 channel, which should start up in a few minutes from now. Also, later today, there will be QE Live on Quantum Eraser channel, if you'd like to check that out. Don't know if I'm going to be on that show, but I'd probably pop by in the chat at least. Right. So, hope you all have a great day, and until the next video, keep it flat.